So three things. You just need to know three things about how you want to manage your profiles. And I get asked this question quite a bit. Is somebody going to know that I took them off my profile? And the reason this comes up is because people are shy about taking others out of their profiles. Look, your profile is your own, all right? You have to decide first and foremost what it is you're on social media for. And if it is for business, then your profile needs to project that business profile or persona that you want other people to see you as. And I say this all the time in my coaching sessions, and people are taken aback first thinking, oh, Seraphine, what are you talking about? My name is Seraphine. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Please, you want to hit that subscribe button if you want to hear a lot more about what I have to say about various aspects of corporate growth in the corporate sector, about developing your business, especially if you want to do business online as a coach, as a consultant. You want to hit that subscribe button. And if you know somebody who needs to hear this message, please make a point of being a nice person and share it with them. And if you want to hear from me some more, please support my channel by hitting that like button. All right, let's go back to this. People are a bit hesitant about taking off people that they don't want on their profiles, or rather people that they have on their profiles, but are not sure. Should I take this person off? Should I keep this person? Will they know if I take them off my profiles? Relax, don't worry. As I said, your profile is yours to do with as you please. You want to decide just three things about your profile. First and foremost, what you want with your profile. What is the objective of being on social media? Number two, who it is you want to attract on social media. And number three, what it is what you want them to think about you when they find your profile. Is it the kind of profile that they're going to keep scrolling on when they reach, or is it the kind that is going to really stop their thumb right there so they click more and look at what it is you have to say and to offer and how it is that they can benefit from you? You alone and you decide that. Nobody else does. And Facebook is very kind, I'm talking especially about Facebook because most of the world is on Facebook. It's the largest social media platform at this point in time. Although sometimes there are arguments about whether it is the best one to do business on, but it is the largest right now. So you want to have a Facebook account. If you do, and you're wondering what to do about the people you no longer want on your profile, or the people who are asking to be a connection, and you're looking at this profile and thinking, maybe I don't want this person, or you have relatives on there. I think I'll do another video for the relatives, but let's talk about the three things: what you want to do with your profile, who you want on your profile, and how you want to position yourself. So what you want to do with your profile is show exactly what it is you're on social media for, whether it is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You want to show exactly what it is. So if you're in business, for example, you're Seraphine, and you help corporate level, a lot of the leadership, self-leadership and people leadership skills that I do as a thinking results coach, then you want that to be clear on your profile. When they come on the profile, can they tell that? Is there something on there for them to go to so that they can find information about you, or they can contact you privately? Because not everybody who comes on your profile wants to chat with you on the profile so that other people can see that they're asking about this or that. Not everybody wants to do that. And also it's more professional for you to do that. I'm going to do a different video about that. So first and foremost is how you position yourself. Can they tell who you are? Right? Would you want them to see you as? What kind of impression do you want them to have when they come onto your profile? That needs to be there. It needs to be there on your picture. First and foremost, your profile photo needs to be the kind of profile photo that will attract the kind of people that you want to come into your world. Then you have that banner behind your profile that needs to have information. That's free advertising space. Please use it as a banner on which you put information that immediately tells a profile visitor who you are, what you stand for, what you offer, and how it is that they can benefit from your service. That stops the scroll, okay? Number two, who you want on your profile. A lot of us get on social media, and the first thing we do is, I don't know, our family members, our friends, our classmates, our workmates, and everybody. And then you get to the point in life where you're thinking, who do I really want on my profile? And that's also based on exactly what it is you want to do with your profile. I want to conduct business on social media. Of course, I get all kinds of other proposals on social media that are ridiculous. Okay, some of them are annoying, some of them are ridiculous. I think I'll do a different video on that as well. But you decide who you want on your profile, okay? And based on that, accept connection requests from people that fit the profile of those you want or not. Now, those who are already in your profile, the reason I started this video is because the people who ask me, Seraphine, I have this kind of people on my profile, but I no longer want them because I have crystallized exactly what I want to achieve with my social media profile, but they are already on there. What do I do with them? If they're on Facebook, take them off. Wherever they take them off. Most of the social media profiles are social media. There's a reason they're called social. Social means you're going to be chatting with other people. You're going to be meeting people you know for the first time. You're going to be meeting people that you don't know for the first time. You're going to be meeting people who are mutual connections with other people that you know. So it is for social purposes, all right? So these platforms are not going to let other people know immediately that you said no to their connection request and you take them off. Unless they're frequent visitors to your profile, they're frequent consumers of your messaging, they will not immediately know that you've taken them off, okay? And a lot of people make a lot of connection requests on social media. So very few of them are keeping count of who they made connection requests to and didn't accept their connection request, okay? But the platforms protect you from those kinds of situations that could be awkward because they want you on social media and they want those other people who you want to reject on social media as well. So they have a way of ensuring that any rejections are not immediately noticed and they smoothen that process for you. Okay, so say Seraphine today decides I want to be friends with Christine or I want to be friends with Joel, and I send a connection request, and I may not necessarily be sending to a connection request to Joel and Christine alone. I'm probably sending to 10 other people, 20 other people today. So unless you're like Seraphine who will keep real tabs, I write down. This is no pressure. So if I ask us to connect with you, please don't worry. I write down because I particularly follow exactly what I teach in my programs on how to populate your social media profiles with exactly the kind of people that you want in your profile. So I keep tabs on that, but the regular user on social media is not keeping those tabs, so that if I send you a connection request today and you say no, I won't necessarily see it right now. And if I'm not keeping tabs, like I said, most people are not, they're not going to notice until another time when they see you doing something else, or they find that they have a mutual connection with you, and they remember, oh, I sent a message to this person and she didn't respond. Then they'll try it again. And also the way the profiles work is that for some time after you've rejected a connection request, for some time, your profile will not be shown to them because you've just rejected them, okay? But the social media networks also realize that you may not want to connect with this person today, but a few weeks later, you may want to. Maybe something has happened. You find that you have connections, mutual connections that make you feel, maybe I should have this person in my network if they know XYZ, who is also my friend, all right? So they allow for that. The networks try to simulate real life situations of our social interactions, all right? So please be comfortable. It's not like meeting somebody in person and snapping their hand when they put out their hand to say hello. Don't worry about that. Number two, who do you want on your profile? What do you do with those you don't want? You can take them off. I'm going to talk about Facebook in particular, because Facebook is a profile that allows you 5,000 connection requests. Okay, if you use your Facebook profile like I do for business purposes in particular, you want to have only the desired people. 5,000 is very few connection requests unless you're going to go into forming groups. Not everybody has the time, energy, and effort to form Facebook groups because there are a lot of work. We could do a whole separate video on that, and I teach that in my Thrive program. But I can do a quick video on that another time. So if you're just keeping your profile, maybe the kind of business you do does not require you to run a group, because that's a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort. Then you want to keep the 5,000 as prime real estate spots, so that you only have people who are going to in some way further your requirement, further your interest in Facebook, all right? You want to use your social media profile for business purposes. You want to keep those 5,000 as prime spots for people that are going to help you achieve that. That means that your grandmother has been on there, you're close with your grandmother, you haven't talked to her for a while. you might want to keep her out of that and leave that space for somebody else, because usually your grandmother will have direct connection with you. I, for example, keep as few relatives as possible on my profile because I want my profile specifically for business purposes. Do I mind them seeing my business promotion posts? No, I don't mind them seeing my business promotion posts, but the kind of relationship I have with them is really not business. And some of them may not necessarily want to see my business sales processes, and they might find it irritating, or I maybe don't want them to have a look at it. All right. I'm okay if they looked at it, but that's not my target market. So I want my message going to the people that I want it for. And most of the time, that's not my relatives. So you want to make sure that if you don't want certain people on your profile, take them off. If they're important enough in your life, believe me, they have other ways of getting a hold of you. That's what I feel about my relatives. They have other ways of getting a hold of me. If they need me, they will find me. In fact, they will find me more directly than they can find me on Facebook. And whatever it is they want to say to me, they will say to me directly, and they'll be free to do so if they're not on Facebook, which is a public profile, because my profile is public. And if your profile is not set on public, please go there right now and set your profile on public, especially if you want to use your profile for business purposes. Okay? Now, number 3, do I even remember what I was talking about? Number 3. First, I was saying people must know just by looking at your profile exactly what it is you want them to know about you and your business. Number 2, the kind of people you want on your profile. All right, you can take those you don't want on your profile, take them off. Number 3, the messaging. I believe, yes, I have covered. My God, am I growing old, or am I just developing amnesia? I'm going to have to think about that. Maybe I'll do another video. You know, at a certain age, you get to a point where you realize, I'm going to go into this room. And if I remember half the things I wanted in that room that day, you tell yourself, hey, I'm still young and sassy. Sometimes you don't remember, especially when you're over a certain age like I am. You're lucky if you remember. And especially if you wear so many different hats like I do, you're lucky if you remember. But it's a good day. I remembered all the 3. Okay, and I hope you remember those. Number 1, your profile is yours. Only keep the people that you want on there. Those who are important enough and are on your profile. You need that prime real estate of 5,000 spots for the people who are going to further your message, further your business, and refer your business to other people. You can have them on a separate contact information model. All right, they can be on your cell phone. You can have their emails. But if they're not going to further your business on your social media profiles and you don't want to create a group, please take them off. Okay, no guilt. And social media, the Facebook profiles are not, the Facebook platform is not going to tell them that you took them off today. Okay, now number 3, make sure that your messaging on your profile is clear. Anybody visiting your profile should know exactly what it is you do, why they need to talk to you, because it's clear on there how they would benefit from what you offer. And then make sure that you have some way, a professional looking way of people to contact you, whether it's a link to your landing page, whether it's a link to your email address, whether it's a link to your online calendar, so they can book an inquiry call, a free inquiry call with you if you offer those. I don't offer inquiry calls too many times these days. I have limited the number of inquiry calls I have these days because with a full calendar, it's kind of hard to give people free calls. But depends on where you are and where you're starting. And if you don't know what that is, I will create other videos talking about these specific steps of ensuring that as a consultant, as a coach that's working online, you have all these systems in place to ensure that people can contact you and they can book appointments with you, whether it's free appointments or paid appointments, and how to ensure that your social media profiles have the links to those particular areas where people can come in, get a freebie from you to give them a taste of what it is that you offer and how exactly you offer it. If you like this video, if you want to hear more content about these kinds of conversations from me, my name is Seraphine Ogudu. I am an executive coach and image consultant. I help professionals like you run up the corporate ladder and start their own successful businesses. See you next time. If you want to hit the subscribe button, be a nice person, share it with whoever needs to hear this message, and show me some love, hit the like button. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.